The Anthony Joshua vs Daniel Dubois promotion is heating up. They had an intense face-to-face that culminated in a bit of a scuffle. AJ then went on FaceTime with Tyson Fury and brought along proper fighting words. Triple D and AJ both seem confident leading into this fight, but who has the mental edge? Is Anthony Joshua overlooking Daniel a bit here? Before we examine these questions, please like and subscribe for regular, in-depth and scripted boxing and MMA coverage. Your support helps me out a ton and I would love to grow this channel with you. With that said, in all of the interviews and face-offs I've seen, Anthony Joshua looks like he has the eye of the tiger back. He's had to do a lot of mental preparation and recalibration to come back from his disastrous knockout loss to Andy Ruiz. And of course, the consecutive defeats to Alexander Usyk. Between the second Usyk fight and this one with Daniel Dubois, AJ switched trainers a couple of times and has finally mixed his natural aggression inside the ring with a legit boxing IQ. He's found a balance between both styles under his current trainer Ben Davison, and he's never looked better honestly. Also, after doing what Fury couldn't, knocking out Francis Ngannou and treating him like the inexperienced boxer that he is, AJ's confidence must be next level now going into his fight with Daniel Dubois. On the flip side, it hasn't been smooth sailing for Daniel either, and he has also needed to come through the fire at points in his career. He's been finished by Joe Joyce and Usyk respectively. I mean, that eye injury in the Joe Joyce fight, man, some people thought he would never fight again. But in 2024, he's also coming off a solid knockout win over Filip Hrgovic, who was previously seen as one of the top contenders in the heavyweight division. Both AJ and Triple D have redeemed themselves inside the ring, have overcome adversity, and rebuilt their boxing styles. However, this fight is still a true test for the both of them. Whoever wins this fight between AJ and Daniel will solidify their comeback in the heavyweight landscape. And I'm not sure who has more to prove, to be honest. Daniel was knocked out by Usyk, but AJ took 2 losses to him. AJ had a stellar performance against Ngannou, but if Tyson Fury didn't have a terrible performance against him, you'd just expect AJ to bowl Ngannou over in a round or two. We've seen AJ beat the likes of Otto Wallin and Jermaine Franklin beforehand, but they aren't in the same league as Daniel Dubois. With that in mind, Daniel might have more to prove because he was basically promoted to the official IBF champion after Usyk was forced to vacate. Meanwhile, AJ became a 2-time champion through fighting very high-level competitors and has held most of the belts. Daniel Dubois is the new kid on the block, wanting to make a giant statement against a veteran like AJ, whereas the latter wants to add to his already great legacy by picking off a top-hungry prospect. Who has the mental edge? From everything I've seen, I've got to give it to Anthony Joshua. For all of the criticisms thrown out there about AJ being mentally weak, he wouldn't be talking to Tyson Fury in the way that he did if he wasn't supremely confident in his abilities. He's also been there, done that when it comes to championship fights, and has experienced everything there is in the sport. To compare, Daniel is only 26 and way more raw as a boxer, which may work in his favor with his sheer aggression and knockout power. Who knows? When they had their sit-down face-off, AJ was raring to go and fight after Daniel simply said, "Let's go right now." All boxers say those kind of things during face-offs, so I didn't think it was that out of pocket from Daniel, and to see how that made AJ react is interesting. If it was any other boxer losing his cool like that, I'd say that their opponent is in their head. With AJ, he operates at his best when he is aggressive, when he has a bit of spite to him. Anthony Joshua has that fucking look in his eye during the face-off, and it appears from the outside looking in at least that he is not taking Daniel lightly, which is great if you're an AJ fan. He's going for the kill like he did against Ngannou, but during the lead up for that fight at least, he was respectful. Now though, AJ knows that he has more to lose with Daniel Dubois, and there's legitimate danger with the latter, so he's locked in, and that showed in the face-off when he kind of overreacted, let's be honest. I believe that Anthony Joshua's better boxing IQ and him being able to simply outbox Daniel for all 12 rounds will net him the victory. I've gone back and forth before this face-off about whether AJ would win a decision against Daniel or stop him late. The way that AJ was reacting in that video, that seals the deal for me. I'm betting AJ round 9 or 10 knockout.